Hi, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be reacting to Tsukino by Semones. This is an artist that I kind of just randomly had a song come on by her, just listening to music like a week or so ago, and I just haven't had the time to record a video, and I was like, I want to listen to more of her music, but like like a full album. But I was just like, I may as well do it on, on a video. So I just, haven't gotten around to it. And I was going through her Bandcamp, and this appears to be her first album. There's like other things on here that a lot of these seem like they're singles. This seems like the first proper album. Uh, Only 5 songs. One is a demo, but keep this short and sweet, I guess. I don't know. The freaking Angine the Poitrine video was half an hour long, and that took me, that video was like an hour long. But the song that I heard by her is this one, Kureyami. I think that this song's really good, and I'm under the impression that this is in regards, or not in regards, in advance of a album release, because I think it's 2025, so maybe there's an album 26. I'm not sure. But she kind of gives off like the vibes of Lamp, which is a band that I'm a big fan of. I actually saw them live in Philadelphia back in, was it 24, around my birthday. That's one of my favorite concerts I've been to. I haven't been to too many, but that was very much a good experience. It's kind of a little bit jazzy, kind of indie music, but I don't know. Hopefully other people will vibe with this on the video. I don't really have an audience, but kind of putting some feelers out for, if there's fans of her, or maybe finding people that find this video and they decide, oh, I like this music. She seems like a smaller artist, doing a bit of a, I wouldn't say service. I mean, she's got 170K listeners. That's not small. But I only just found her. But so yeah, let us get started with this. The reason I went through Bandcamp is because I was curious if there was more on her discography that just wasn't on like streaming services besides Bandcamp, and also just see if I want to buy it. Seems like she got a CD available, so if I like this, I might buy the CD. 15 is a little bit much for a compact disc, but for an independent artist, that's not crazy. One thing about like physical media people don't realize, I think, is that just one CD purchase is gonna earn them a heck of a lot more than streaming their music over and over again for hours. If I have any inkling of a idea of how royalties work. Because I mean, like, I feel like I've heard Spotify doesn't pay crap. But I am going off on a bit of a tangent, so I should probably just get into it here, shouldn't I? So let's see. First song, Yoake. Hopefully the audio looks right. Yeah, definitely a lot of lamp vibes from that. Like just the kind of arranged strings coming in. It's very, very beautiful, easy listening. Like there's there's just something about the kind of, I don't know if vibe is the right word. I think that's a little reductive to say, but kind of the aesthetic of it all is just very much a thing that I really, really enjoy, and I don't see enough of, at least in the music that I see, like, online and whatnot. Like, Lamp is really the only thing that captures that itch for me. But, like, I think that she really is in that niche, but I think it's a little bit her own. Like, just off this first track alone, um, I don't know, like some of the guitar work is something that I don't think that I've heard off of Lamp. And like, I don't just, during like the middle part where she's singing in Japanese, where all those strings come in, it's just very, very beautiful. But like, it's also like, there's very much a melancholy to it. I mean, I don't speak a ton of Japanese. Like I took it in college, but I've forgotten a lot of it since I've, not taken classes. But like I do know, like right here she's saying like onegai, onegai, which something along the lines of like please. So like there's, I mean, even just the English stuff is very melancholic. But like, it could be she's talking to like maybe a lover or, a friend or something, and she's just pleading with them, please, with like these strings in the background. And there's, I'm not sure she is conveying the most emotion with her vocals, but I think kind of, I'm trying to think of the right word here. I don't want to say she's monotone, but she's kind of not really, there's not a good word for this that I can think off the top of my head. So I'm just going to say she's not really emoting a whole lot. So I think the, kind of instrumentation in the background really carries that, but also her not being very emotive. Now that I'm thinking about it, could be kind of I think maybe whoever this song is from the perspective of, they're kind of numb at this point. They're kind of numb to it. So there's just not much left for them to give in terms of emotion. And all they can do is just kind of plead like that. I mean, I could probably run through the lyrics through like a translator and try to get a good grasp of it. But, there's, I mean, I don't know. I feel like my videos are going to take forever anyway. I'm not a lyric analysis kind of guy. But let's just keep going into it. I'm very much enjoying it so far, just off this first track alone. Let's see. Kodoku. I like to play Sudoku. That's similar sounding.
Find the harmonic. There we go.
Okay. Give me a moment. Okay. So I just spent like 5 minutes trying to find the right song, just because, Lamp has a lot of songs, and they're all Japanese. So I don't remember a lot of the song titles, at least not the Japanese titles. But like this Kodoku, listen to this. It's given very much Yume Utsutsu vibes. Adjust the volume a little bit. Doesn't it? These sound super like similar, don't they? Like I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but like I'm I'm just putting it out there that I just feel very vindicated on the first song I heard from them or from May Semones, that I was like, this sounds like a could be Lamp. And then this song coming along, and I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of right. I'm kind of right here. But okay, enough of that. Enough of that. Let's just move on. Just thought it was an observation to take note of. Before it like crescendos, I just want to say I really like the kind of subdued bass in the background here. I'm not sure if it's like a bass guitar or maybe like a plucked like cello or double bass or whatever, but it's very kind of understated. And like as the verse has been going on, it sounds like it's been getting a little bit more and more brought to the front of the mix. Like maybe they're plucking harder or what, but it's very nice to listen to because it's not like a complicated bass line or nothing, but like it adds that little extra oomph. Because like as I was like towards the beginning of that verse, I was like, man, is there any bass in this? I'm listening to the guitar pretty intently, and then I can kind of pick up on it in the background a little bit, and I was like, ooh, that sounds nice. Oh, I thought it was gonna like crescendo, and then it just kind of dropped off.
I don't wanna be one of those names that you can never recall. And when you pick me up, don't put me down. I won't get up, you know I've tried.
She kind of has a powerful voice, but she's just not really using it.
Leave me in your garden. I'll stay. about. I don't wanna be one of those names that you can never recall. When you pick me up, don't put me down. I won't get up, you know I've tried. Take me by your hand, lead me, leave me in your garden. I'll stay, 'cause I don't wanna be another thing that you will forget about. I don't wanna be one of those names that you can never recall. When you pick me up, don't put me down. I won't get up, you know I've tried. Take me by your hand, lead me, leave me in your garden. I'll stay. I'll
I'm editing the video right now, and I just wanted to say while listening back to this song that I really like the plucked strings in the background. Sounds really nice. Anyway, back to the regular video. That did not go how I expected it to on like several occasions throughout that song. Like at the beginning there, when I was comparing it to the Lamp song, I was kind of expecting it to stay kind of somewhere in that vein. Because I'm pretty sure that's how the Lamp song does. I haven't listened to that one in a while. But no, it kind of picked up pretty fast. And then there was that part where it kind of felt, I think it was right where I paused in the middle of the song. It kind of was picking up, and then it just kind of cuts most everything. And it's like, it's kind of, it gives like this kind of very intimate feeling with the, where's the lyrics? Like an intimate feeling to have these words said to you with very little, accompanying it at certain points. Like it is very much a very romantic song. I mean, maybe I'm interpreting the lyrics wrong, and I don't know what the Japanese verses say. I mean, it says one person right there. I can read that, but I'm not sure what all the rest of it is saying. But I don't. If the intentions of it are romantic, I think it succeeded in that at the very least. It could be trying to subvert that with the sounds and the presentation, but my interpretation of it is it's kind of a romantic, kind of longing kind of song. But one other thing I wanted to comment on was it was this last kind of two verses. It's even more kind of stripped back than this verse was, and then it kind of slowly starts building things in, and then the snare drum comes in, and I really wanted to comment. I didn't like how it sounded, but I didn't want to pause it because I was like, oh, something exciting is gonna happen, I bet, and then something exciting did happen. I felt like maybe a kick or something else would have maybe fit better there. But then, like, the drummer starts, going in on it, and the drums are like really good for this last section. I think it's just the timbre of the snare drum there, I think, didn't really fit in with the rest of what they were doing to me. But aside from that, that was a very, very, very good song. So let's move into track 3, Tsukino, title track.
Tsukino yo watashi no koe.
Got really full right there.
The flowers reflect your intention. The ocean inside her complexion. You won't find a blossom in madness. I wish that he could match her passion. Wrapped in the threads of thin silver silk, habits unveil her. When her lips part, stained from the fruit, silence still holds her words. He took the moon away from her. Oh, Shika, Tsukino, Eka, Shizuka na ohisama, koe o nakushita. Hanabira no namida, kao o The flowers reflect your intention. The ocean inside her complexion. You won't find a blossom in sadness. I wish that he could match her passion. Hotaru no hikari o otemayota. Hotaru no hikari o
I don't think I have a ton to say about that. It was just a, wholly pleasant song. But I would like to recant what I said about the lyrics for Kodoku. I mean, I think that the theme of the lyrics, if there's like a through line throughout the whole album, this track matches Yoake, in terms of like the longing and, maybe like an unrequited love. like I wish that he could match her passion. Maybe they're in a relationship where one partner is, I'm probably not that loud because I'm talking too far from the microphone, but there's just, so I'm thinking, so maybe this isn't, Kodoku wasn't quite a romantic song. Maybe it was kind of a song about yearning as opposed to just, being in love. Maybe they're yearning for better times in the relationship. Like you won't find a blossom in sadness. That's a little profound. But I also think that there's two different lines about blossoming. I think that and flowers. And I think that those very much fit in, or they conceptually make the nature sounds at the beginning and end of the song kind of fit in, because it kind of, to me, it gives the impression of like early in the morning when you can hear birds chirping. I don't live near, where like frogs and stuff would be, but like frogs ribbiting is like that. That's the kind of thing that I imagine, early in the morning, dawn, sun's barely cracking over the equator. I'm stupid. Horizon. Sun's just coming up, things are starting to wake up for the day. And, when I think of flowers, in the morning, you got dew on the flowers. And it kind of forms a whole picture in my mind for me, if that makes any sense to, anybody else besides me. Maybe I'm trying to find the blossom in madness if I'm not making any sense, but you never know. That's right there. But yeah, no, that I forget if I said it right, but that song kind of went how I thought the last song was gonna go, in terms of kind of being understated, but it very much, I love that. Okay, upright. There was definitely upright bass then, if it was because I think I was asking about it on the last track, or was it this? No, one it was either this one or the last one. There was a bass that I was talking about that I thought might have been a double bass, which I'm assuming is the same as upright bass. I'm not too sure. It could be a cello. I'm not too in the know about nomenclature for this kind of thing. But it very easily could have been upright bass that I was hearing, and it didn't sound like a electric bass to me. But let's move into Muchu. This is a short one.
あなたは何が欲しい私は君が好き波と砂が合うように君といるのがいいあなたの手は魔法触れると危ないの触れて初めてだ
I love the kind of jumpy, like, feeling that this one gives me. There's just something like the way that the beats, and it's just paced out, like the way that they're playing, it just kind of feels like, you just kind of want to like bob up and down. I don't know, like I don't know the right word for it, but like that's just the feeling that it's given me. It's very nice.
夢中になったよ夢中になったよ夢中になったあなたは何が欲しい何でも譲るから甘えてくれないかな げるなら二度とも迷わない自分にたどり着いた私のわがままだにも夢中になったにも夢中になったにも夢中になったの夢中になったよ夢中になったの夢中になった夢中になった夢中になった夢中になった夢中になったOh no.
I think that was a pretty strong closer. It wasn't a whole lot for me to dive into for the lyrics just because it wasn't in English. I mean, I could, it says it's on our website, but I can't be bothered. I did highlight this just because I was a little bit curious because you can, do that. And it said it was, I became obsessed. So I shouldn't say anything because I don't really know what the actual lyrical content of this is. So I might sound stupid if I say anything, and then, somebody's like, the lyrics are completely opposite of what you're thinking. But here's the, just off of the repetition of I became obsessed, in the thematics of the prior songs, I shouldn't, like, without knowing the rest of what this says, I can't really say anything that would make sense. But maybe it's whoever is, in love in this story. If it's a story, I'm not 100% sure. Maybe it's kind of consuming them that like this other person isn't, kind of responding the way that they want. And it's just kind of eating at them and they can't get over it. I don't know. I'm sure there's something in here that's going to contradict what I just said, but maybe it's just more fun to, make shit up as you go along. I don't know. Should we listen to this demo? I mean, it was only 4 songs. Why the heck not? Right off the bat, there's another Lamp song I'm thinking of. It makes me think of this, but like, I'm not gonna go find it. I'm not gonna do it twice in a row. I just want to flex a little bit, but I'm pretty sure that this right here, she's asking someone to come next to her. Let's see. Translate. Please stay next to me. Because ite is to come. Or was it iku? I forget the conjugated, like the non-conjugated form. But tonari is to be next to. Please is kudasai. This is te form. Ni is the article or transitive? I forget what the right word is. I think it's article. It kind of connects the two. Okay, that's not helpful. I just wanted to see what that kanji was. But I'm was, I'm pretty spot on with what that is. They're asking someone to, longing for somebody. They want someone to be next to them, please. I was, wasting your time. I'm sorry about that, but I don't know. I felt a little proud of myself for being able to read it, I guess.
形の変わる空の下でいなくなっちゃうよどこに行ったの別の世界へ飛び込んじゃおう目覚めて
Because I love you. Pretty sure.
Don't leave me here all alone. Don't you see? You're the one, you're the one, you're the one, you're the one.
I like that a little bit, how it kind of fell apart, as she's kind of falling apart. But this is definitely connecting, even this demo is still very much connecting to what I was picking up on from the lyrics in the other songs, where it's very much this person is not being, treated very well in their relationship.
Don't let me go. Don't let me go.
Or they're not necessarily being treated very well, I should say. They're longing for more in this.
Don't let me go. You keep me here. Without you, I would never stay around this long.
Delivery was a little weird there.
Don't let me go. Don't let me go. There is no one else for me. There is no one else for me other than you. There is no one else for me. No one else other than you.
Oh, where'd that go? Oh. Well, that was Tsukino by Semones. Or I should say the demo for, what's it called? Hephoas? Hephoas? I don't know how you'd say that. I mean, as far as a demo goes, I think, you don't really need a whole lot more for that to be a full-fledged track on it, I think. I mean, maybe it would be more, maybe effective if you put in all these different, string arrangements and whatnot in the background, in addition to the sound like just guitar on that demo. But honestly, I think just with the just the guitar, I think it very much gets across kind of a, a state of being that it's a little more raw, and I can respect that. Honestly, I feel like you could take demo off of that unless she made like a full version, and should have just called it, just whatever it was. Well, I enjoyed my time with that. I hope any other fans of Lamp that watch this will hear it and be like, maybe I'll check her music out, because I'm sure most Lamp fans have already been on this for a while. Me personally, I don't stray too far from what I listen to on a daily basis. So this is me branching out a little bit, and I'm pleasantly surprised. And I give it a thumbs up. Where's my thumb? Wrong hand. Here's my thumbs up. Here's a thumbs up. Yeah, go. Takeaways from this. Go. Not. I gotta blur that out. It's got my email on it. No thanks. I don't want to be in a mailing list. Go follow May Semones on your listening platform of choice. I will subsequently be also following her on YouTube, because I use YouTube Music, but I'm also following her on Bandcamp because it seems like she releases physical merch and stuff on here, and that is my preferred medium. I'm more of a vinyl guy, but I also collect CDs, so this will probably shortly be added to my collection if I'm completely frank with you. Sorry, I'm trying not to burp. But it gets the thumbs up. Go give her support. Yeah. That's about it. Have a good rest of your day. I have no idea when this video is going to go up because I'm lazy when it comes to editing, and this is like a 50-minute recording. Golly gee. I mean, there's a couple minutes I'm going to have to cut out when I was searching for something. I should just shut up, and people aren't going to watch this far. They're not going to care. I'm plowing back in my hair because I'm fucking stressed. Ugh. Okay. Like, subscribe, comment. If you have any personal stories about this artist, if you have any insight or input on anything I said, anything that I missed, it's all welcome. I try to reply to comments. I got a few on my last video. Some guy commented like 3 times, and I don't feel like commenting 3 different times. So I commented the one that I actually had something to say in response to. The rest of them, I didn't have anything to say. So if you give me a comment that that I feel like I can respond to, I probably will respond to. But yeah, May Semones, she has made a new fan. I wouldn't say today because that other song I listened to that I really liked, I'd already listened to, so I already like that. I kind of figured I would like whatever she was putting out already. And this is from, I think it said 2022. So she's been around for a while. I'm not sure how many albums she actually has, but I think at least 2 or 3. So maybe I'll react to another one of hers in the future. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just listen to them on my own time. I mean, I'm just starting out. It feels a little redundant to just kind of fill my beginning of my uploads with one artist. But I also don't want to wait super long to listen to something else by her. But time will tell. This goes up, something else might go up. I feel like I might listen to another one of these and react to it on camera. But yeah, I've been rambling on for too long at the end of this. Please forgive me. I'm not generally this talkative, but I've found that you put the camera in front of me, I can't help myself. God, I should have shaved before I did this. I also needed to clip my nails because my nails are like disgustingly long. But so I don't know if you noticed, I'm trying to not show my hands on camera because my nails are like grossly long, and I forgot I wanted to clip them before this, just for that reason exactly. Cause, I mean, it was bugging me earlier today, but like, especially being on camera where people can see it, it's I'm gonna be self-conscious about it. And now if somebody notices it during the video, I didn't realize it, and doesn't watch to the end of the video and comments about it, shame on you. I explain at the end that I already know that it's bad and that it's gross and I need to clip them because it's gross and they're too long and I don't like how it looks. So yeah, I'm like, I'm sorry for wasting anybody's time with this outro. Oh my God, it's been like 4 minutes since I was like, okay, I'm gonna close it up. It's 50 minutes. It's like 54 minutes now. Oh my God. So yeah, I mean, it won't be 50. It won't be that long when I upload this. I'm gonna cut some stuff out, but yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed. I enjoyed making it. I enjoyed listening to the music. Give May Semones a follow. Give her some listens. Buy her CD. I'm sure she would appreciate it. Especially because reacting is kind of lowest to the low in terms of content. I don't make any money off of it, but I know there are people that do. So, you know, give her a little bit of kickback on my recommendation. That's my request. If you liked it, don't do it if you didn't like it. That'd be stupid. And it's stupid that I even felt the need to distinguish between the two. But yeah, that's. Oh my God, I gotta stop. I gotta stop talking. Yeah, I can't do outros. I gotta shut this off before I go on for another 10 minutes. I should start a podcast. Bye.